Hey everyone, Ian Sachs here, breaking down the biggest news in college basketball from this week. Notre Dame Hall of Fame coach Muffet McGraw stepping down after 33 seasons leading the women's basketball program in South Bend. Niele Ivey replacing her, former player, longtime assistant coach. But let's try to put in perspective McGraw's time in South Bend. 33 seasons leading the program, 2 national championships, 9 Final Four appearances. She was a 2017 Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame inductee. And let's take a look, break down some of the numbers. An 848 and 251 record at Notre Dame, 936 and 292 overall, including her years at Lehigh. And let's look at what she's done, particularly over the last decade. 6 championship game appearances, 7 Final Four appearances over the last 10 years for McGraw. That championship in 2018. But let's break down all of those championship game appearances. You started in 2011, a year when this field seemed pretty wide open and anyone could emerge coming away with the championship. Texas A&M, Notre Dame in the championship game. The Aggies just getting the better end of the Irish in that one, winning by 6. Come back 1 year later, and McGraw takes her team, the second best team in the land, and probably would have won the championship in just about any other year, but they run into 40-0 Baylor with Brittany Griner and Kim Mulkey in the championship game on that Tuesday night. Notre Dame probably would have beaten just about any other champion from the last few years, but they happen to run into that Baylor team in the championship game. 2013, they go to the Final Four again, but fall to UConn in the semifinals. That'll be a trend the next couple of years. 2014, 2015, Notre Dame has the second best team in the country. Each of those 2 seasons, they go undefeated all the way to the championship game in 2014, but fall to undefeated UConn. That Notre Dame team, again, probably would have won the championship in just about any other year, but they match up against UConn there. They come back the following year. Yet again, the top 2 teams all season long, UConn and Notre Dame. The Huskies get the better end of that one. That's the third of their 4 straight championships in stores. The Irish just happen to always be the second best team when there is a historically great team. Then, after not making the Final Four for the next 2 seasons, McGraw leads her team right back to the Final Four, get them to the championship game in 2018, and some late game heroics from Arike Ogunbowale in both the national semifinal and the championship game propel the Irish to the promised land for the first time in 17 seasons, and Notre Dame is champions of the basketball world. Come back 1 year later, the same starting 5, one of the most accomplished starting 5 in college basketball history. They get right on the cusp of yet another championship, but a late game miss at the free throw line costs the Irish the championship and a chance to go back to back. But rest assured, building off of the legacy and the history that McGraw has established in South Bend will be Niele Ivey, a name that will be familiar to a lot of Irish faithful. Ivey was a star player on the 2001 national championship team and then came back, a longtime assistant under McGraw. She's been a part of all 9 Final Four appearances for the Irish and is returning home after spending a season with the Memphis Grizzlies as an assistant coach there, learning from the game's top players in the world on that stage in the NBA. Ivey will do a great job leading this Notre Dame program for years to come. So while it's sad to see McGraw step aside Ivey will build on that tradition in South Bend. That's all for today. I'm Ian Sachs. Thank you so much for listening.